go.
All right, so I want to talk about the ATM ripoff in Europe. This is Euronet in particular. When you see one of these machines, you know you're about to get ripped off. All the banks will do this through their ATM machines, but Euronet is the worst. We have no idea how they're legal, probably. Let's do this really quick. I'm going to show you a transaction and then show you how to actually get money out of an ATM machine without losing your shirt. Everything's pretty normal. I'm going to put in my PIN, which Marla is not going to let you see, I hope. Okay. All right, so the screen looks like this. Cash balance, normal stuff. I'm going to actually choose an amount of $100 to make this really easy, 100 euros. So I'm going to try to take out 100 euros. And what you're going to see is a screen like this. Now there's two options on the screen. One option looks like you're canceling the transaction. It says decline conversion. They don't want you to do that, so they really want you to do this accept conversion over here. And I want you to notice what it is. You're going to get 100 euros, but it's going to cost you $131 after fees and conversion. Now the problem with that is, right now the real conversion rate should be around 1.1. In other words, $100 should get you about 100 euros. So the other $20 is actually being eaten up by this ATM machine in fees and a really bad conversion rate. It's a huge ripoff. So you're getting 100 euros, but you're paying 4.95 euro transaction fee, which is high in itself. But then the conversion rate is taking another $25. So when it's all said, the conversion rate here is 1.3 to 1, when it really should be closer to 1.1 to 1. So this is a ripoff rate. You don't want to do this. Now I noticed they've canceled the transaction, so I'm going to start over. I'm going to show you this time what you should do. Wait for the screen to tell me I can put the card back in. Okay, here we go. So Marla, cover up my PIN if you don't mind. English. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're back to the screen. We are going to choose $100 again, and I will show you what you should do. Okay, 100 euros. I keep saying $100. I mean 100 euros. You're going to click on this button that says decline conversion. And you'll come to this screen here. Now, even though I've declined the conversion, they still want me to take the conversion. They want you to click on that button, which again is going to rip you off. What you actually want to do is click on this button here. What this button does is it gives you 100 euros plus the 4.95 rip-off transaction fee, but then your own bank is going to do the conversion. Now, your bank is going to convert a lot better than this rate. In other words, they're going to convert very close to 1.1, which is what the real rate is. So your total payout here, your total cost for 100 euros is going to be around $115. So 115 versus 131. If you choose that option, Euronet is going to basically steal $16 from you. You always want to use your bank exchange rate. Always choose the option that gives you your bank exchange rate, because they're not going to rip you off, not nearly as bad. Be careful with this. Even if you're buying things in a restaurant in Europe, you have to be careful to always use local currency and let your own bank do the conversion. So again, doing it that way saves you roughly 15% of the transaction. That's a really big deal. If you come into Europe and you go to ATM machines and pull out 200, or let's say 2,000 euros to pay for a vacation, if you do it through a Euronet machine and choose their conversion rate, it's going to cost you extra $300. Avoid these machines. If you do use these machines, make sure that you decline conversion on the machine and use your local bank. By the way, if you can avoid these machines at all, that's great. There are machines around that give you a much better conversion rate with other banks. Euronet is just the worst of the worst. Hope that helped.